So Simon, starting this new job as Chief Digital Officer, what are your immediate priorities?
So when I came into the role as a digital team, we quickly identified four main priorities. The first one is that we need to address the foundation of our technology platform today. And I'd say there was three main elements of that. Firstly was moving to a cloud-first approach and transitioning all of our data center infrastructure activities onto the cloud, which is not just about a physical location switch, but with that switch gives us all of the capabilities that cloud computing can bring us, which is I think is more than a significant step in terms of our capabilities today. The second thing was to address certain inefficiencies and rationalization that we need to do across our legacy application portfolio. And I think that that's a challenge that most companies have to start with on this journey. And the third aspect was to transform our digital organization to become much more agile centric in terms of its delivery model, the way we work together, and ultimately the way we continue to drive value. The second step was to quickly work on a approach to develop a partner ecosystem around the world with a particular emphasis on digital acceleration. And I think digital acceleration can take a couple of parts in different companies. Some have chosen to take a very almost venture capital approach to investing in early stage startups. Other companies have taken a far more lab-based approach with bringing a group of people together and in a room and just playing around with new technologies and expecting innovation to happen. We've taken a third approach, which has really been about identifying business challenges and business needs, linking that to partners that are out there. Be that early stage startups, be that late stage startups or established players, because it is my view that, and I think a view we share through the organization, that most of the challenges that we have today have been solved by somebody else for another industry in a different application. And so our focus is we need to scout them, we need to find those solutions, link them to our challenges, our needs and opportunities, and then operationalize that for our purposes and in our business. And I think through that we can move much further, much faster than trying to go it alone here. The third aspect is to have a very different discussion with our customers than what we have typically had, and to really enter into a discussion with them about how can we reimagine supply chains and reimagine value chains based on the capabilities that our technology direction, the cloud computing, that all of the data-driven capabilities can assist us with. And the last, and I think maybe most immediate opportunity that we have seen was to digitize our operations with a particular emphasis on the operational efficiency of our vessels, of our land-based capabilities such as processing centers, where we can use data to fundamentally change and transform the efficiency, the effectiveness, the predictability, and the sustainability of our asset capabilities.
So you mentioned at the end there conversations with customers to see how we can actually work with them. What do you think that customers will see as the most immediate outcomes of our work?
I think immediately I think it will be a different kind of dialogues than we've traditionally had with our customers, which is mostly centered around a service or a trade or a land-based capability, really selling them a product. Whereas bringing a discussion more towards capabilities about what can we help them with from a more data-centric or technology approach. And I think that also means stepping back to a different kind of dialogue with our customers about really understanding what are their needs, what are their challenges, and to kind of reimagine them together. From that, I think it will also be, instead of selling a product or selling a service, it will be much more about co-creating new solutions together with our customers. And that's really in the spirit of that partnership or ecosystem thinking. Maybe it's just between us and a customer, or maybe we'll start to see other startups who we may already be both working with, as part of a more collaborative effort to solve needs and to explore new opportunities together. I think the other big trend that we will certainly see over the next 12 months is a movement from traditional track and trace or visibility through to a more, say, expansive visualization possibilities for our customers' supply chains, and then ultimately into what I'd phrase as the intelligent supply chain, where we can have a much more predictive and dynamic and responsive supply chain. But again, that will really involve a data-centric and B partner-centric approach to how we visualize and work in our customers' supply chains.